Dan asks, did I hear that Gronk and Tony almost played on the same team? What's the story there? And did anyone else here have an almost career-altering trade? What's the story behind you guys almost playing the same team?
I'm not sure about that story, but I did have a career-altering trade, almost a career-altering trade, and it was about 2 years ago. I was actually traded to the Detroit Lions, and I called up, and I got the phone call, and I was contemplating if I should retire or not about 2 years ago, and I was like, you just traded me to the Lions. I go, oh, I'm retired. Like, I don't know how that trade can go through, and then 2 days later, the trade never went through.
Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Wow, they're going to trade you?
Yeah, I got traded. I told that story before last year.
I never heard that.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, no, I'm retired. How can you trade me? And I stayed on the Patriots.
Now, hold on. How did that make you feel knowing that Bill wanted to get rid of you?
I don't know. I was kind of being a little jerk during the offseason a little bit. You know, things. I wasn't really answering any phone calls or anything. It was right after the Philly loss. Everyone was, had a little sour grapes going. But I want to hear the story about how Tony and I were almost teammates, though.
Well, my first year out, I was retired, and I got a call from Tom to say, hey, you want to come up and play some catch with me up at UCLA? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll go out there,
I know what that means.
And I'm thinking,
you heard that call before?
Well, I'm thinking it's going to be like a bunch of people. I'm walking up to where Tom is, and I see Tom, and there's these, there's 4 or 5 guys, but they don't look like players. And I'm looking around, I get there, and I'm like, Tom, where is everybody? I mean, aren't we going to throw the ball around? And he's like, no, it's just you. And I'm like, just me? And I go, okay. So we start throwing some balls around, and it's, to play with Tom Brady. It was amazing, the detail, and forget about all that. It was amazing to play with this guy. But then after it was over, he comes up, and they all kind of circle me. His group, his people, the PB12 team, and they're like, they start talking about, hey, you still look good. You could come back. And Tom's like, you could come back. We could play together. It'd be great. And then it dawned on me like, oh, hey, this was a tryout.
There's a setup.
Yeah. A setup to go out there and maybe I could play with him. So that was close, and I actually contemplated it. I was thinking,
how close were you?
I would say 40%. It wasn't that, because once you're retired, at least for me, I know there's all rumors about you coming back and all that stuff, but for me, it was like, I'm done. But it would have been nice to team up with this guy.